Hello. And welcome to the When We Were Kids, a Time Capsule Toys Podcast. I am Rick here with BJ, and we are live in some sort of stereo, I assume. You can watch through the Time Capsule Toys Facebook page, the Toy Box Facebook page, Youngstown Studios Facebook page, Youngstown Studios YouTube. So if you don't want to be on Facebook, you can just go watch on YouTube as well. We're on like a 2-week hiatus because nothing could line up at all for us. So
that happens sometimes,
but so that's why we're live.
Yeah, as we go here.
Hey, Carlos, what's up, buddy? How are you?
Feel free to
feel
free to comment with whatever we're gonna get into. I don't even know yet.
I don't tell BJ any. That's one of the secrets of the show. People don't know. BJ has no clue whatever we're going to talk about unless he's bringing something to talk about. Other than that, it's just me being me. So with that being said, we always talk about this. It's become like a major part of the show almost now, of just talking about food, mainly stuff from our childhood.
Yeah.
So I went through and made a long list of forgotten foods, which I feel we should be glad we forgot about them. Number one on the list is flat out disgusting. I can get this going. I gotta get to work. Anything for you, Dio. We're hurrying. The Bell Beefer.
The Bell Beefer. What the hell's that?
Taco Bell Sloppy Joe.
I didn't realize they had a Sloppy Joe.
Me either. And let me tell you, that thing looks disgusting.
Yeah, I don't feel like I ate a lot of Taco Bell until I was probably a teenager, like getting into high school almost. Like I remember eating there a couple times as a kid, but not often enough to realize they had a Sloppy Joe.
It looks disgusting. And the fact that like they thought it was a good idea. And like Sloppy Joes aren't that good to begin with.
Yeah.
Who wants to go to a restaurant or a fast food chain to get one? There's a whole episode just for Taco Bell items.
Yeah, there could be for sure.
We mentioned this one before, which I feel that we can mention again and how bad of an idea it was. I think you brought it up the one show. The Super Bar at Wendy's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do remember the Super Bar.
Like this always drives me crazy. If you're going to get fast food, why are you going to get a salad?
Yeah, I don't know why they had the salad bars. That was like a thing for a minute. I don't know. I think that was like the first wave of like, oh, fast food's really terrible for you. You shouldn't eat it. So let's put a salad bar here.
That's like what was it? What Supersize Me? You find out like the salads at McDonald's were worse for you than like a Big Mac.
Well, then the trade-off too was just like people like would just sneeze all over the food. So
those sneeze guards help nothing.
Like you might be eating less calories and maybe the food's a little healthier, but none of it's got people's viruses all over it. They just hack.
I'm not one for like. First off, I hate salad because I hate lettuce. I hate the texture of it, the crunch of it, the wetness of it. I hate it all. But like watching people like sit, the sneeze guard's like so low. And then, like, half the time, the people crawled under the sneeze guard anyways to get the stuff they wanted.
Oh, yeah.
Or the sneeze guard, most of the time, was old people getting salad.
Mm.
So the sneeze guard was, like, above their head.
Yeah, right.
So it's stopping nothing. Like, nothing at all. But Super Bar, terrible idea.
Yeah.
We should be glad it's gone. This one, I really don't remember at all.
Yeah, I do think the supersized dude died, didn't he?
Cancer?
It just happened, didn't
it? He just died like last year.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Morgan Spurlock.
No, Morgan. I got to guessing eating all the McDonald's.
See, Carlos, I mentioned that a couple episodes ago. The yellow boxes were way better.
Yeah, they were. I agree with that. 100%.
Chinese buffets. And we can probably have a whole episode just on Chinese buffets and which ones to avoid, or Chinese restaurants and which ones to avoid. Little Caesars had something that was mind-boggling to me when I did this. I call this research. I never knew this existed, and I don't think it would have been good. And that is probably why you probably never heard of this either, and I know I haven't. And this is probably why they swept it quietly under the rug. Little Caesars French fry crust pizza.
No, I don't remember that at all. That sounds awful.
like Chinese buffet and champion is so good.
We'll get into buffet talk here in a second, but yeah.
You can take this time to Google it and look at French fried crust pizza. It doesn't look good.
No,
at all. Like baking French fries to begin with, they don't taste the same.
They just baked French fries into the crust of the pizza.
No, the crust was French fries.
The actual.
It was French fries, and they put all the toppings on top of the French fries.
Wait a minute. So there's no crust. It's just French fries and pizza toppings.
Yes.
That sounds absolutely terrible.
Because you know damn well those French fries are frozen.
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, obviously. But yeah, a good. Oh. But geez, oh man. Yeah, that's
nasty. I saw that and I know. Like, you could taste the freezer burn.
Yeah. I mean, just the thought of that is like, oh.
This one I don't remember when I looked it up. God said sounds awful. Here's the one that, like, I don't remember what this was, but I looked it up and it looked disgusting. The McStuffin.
The McStuffin. Was that something to do with Thanksgiving?
I think, but I don't remember. But it just sounds disgusting.
McStuffin. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it sounds awful, but I mean, it was like, yeah, it was. I feel like that's a Thanksgiving related item, where they know what it's.
They had a turkey and stuffing, some sort of turkey and stuffing sandwich, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember, but
yeah,
that. Oh, don't worry. The list gets worse. The McDLT.
I remember the McDLT,
which some people might not remember. It's where you had your lettuce, tomato, and crap off to the side, so it didn't get warm.
Oh yeah, right.
But it still came in a styrofoam container. A Canadian special item. Which one? Oh, the McStuffin, maybe. Wendy's chili chips and cheese.
Wendy's chili chips and cheese. I don't remember that either.
Was
it just Fritos and
no? It was like tortillas, I think, covered in their chili and nacho cheese.
All right. Well, just nachos, isn't it? Basically.
Yeah, that's what it is. They're chili, and I'm like,
well, they just made that in
their chili was like soup.
They just made that in the taco salad, though, didn't they? And they just put lettuce with it.
That's what you do. That's someone actually told me that. They said they're leftover hamburgers.
Yeah, they just make it into the chili.
They just turn it into the chili.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, but like their chili's like soup. So you're basically just having like chip soup.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like the picture of it looked disgusting. It just looked like someone just took a bunch of tortillas and just had diarrhea all over it and then threw cheese on there.
Mm-hmm.
This one just screams terrible idea. The flame broiled meatloaf sandwich from Burger King.
That sounds awful.
I don't go out of my way to eat meatloaf. Anyway, I am really not getting meatloaf from Burger King.
I wonder what they made the meat, like obviously they made it out of their burger patties somehow, but I don't know what. I just feel like that's just another burger. Like I don't know.
I just feel it's a really thick burger with like the spongiest texture.
Yeah, I don't know what that. Oof, boy, yeah. We're gonna have to look up some of these, get some photos of these just to see what the hell they look like. But yeah, that sounds awful too.
Have it your way. Yeah, straight up nasty. Mm-hmm. Sasha, straight up nasty.
Mm-hmm.
The mystery meets surprise. That's like if you close your eyes right now, I want you to sit there and close your eyes. And imagine taking a bite out of a really thick, like dry ass piece of meatloaf that's between their shitty buns.
Yeah, no.
Scott, you probably did eat it before, knowing you and this garbage you eat. Like it just sounds so gross.
Yeah, I'm not going to Burger King for meatloaf.
Exactly. That's the thing with some of these. Like, who's going to get a McStuffin?
Yeah.
or a Bell Beefer. like how do they hell marketing for this is gonna be good?
Yeah, right.
No, it's gonna be terrible. Scott sounds like a lot of truck stop food I've eaten. I don't know. Some of the truck stop food's a lot better than some of the shit I've written down. The last item, which I guess this came out in the early 2000s. I don't remember this for the life of me. Also, I can see why the hell they took it off the menu. The BK Bacon Sundae.
The BK Bacon. This is where they stuck bacon and ice cream?
Bacon, vanilla ice cream, chocolate syrup.
Oof. Ugh. No, I'm good on that. Like people are always trying to put bacon into everything, or they're trying to cover bacon or like chocolate covered bacon. Like, all right, enough with the bacon already. Like, it's just like I like bacon by itself. Like I don't need it. It doesn't need to be covered in chocolate or wrapped around.
Shelby said, for some reason, my mother loved the Bell Beefer, and I have no idea why. Gene remembers the bacon Sundae. Like, it's just, I had bacon and chocolate don't go together. Years ago, I went to the Canfield Fair on a hunt for the chocolate covered bacon because it was all over the news. And it was like there's only one booth that had it. I finally got it. First off, it was the nastiest piece of bacon I've ever eaten in my life.
It's so gross. Like, I don't know how people like that.
The chocolate was like earwax.
It is. It's like earwax chocolate on some greasy, like,
hard. It tasted like a shit covered shingle.
It's just, yeah, like it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I'm sorry. Like the textures don't work together at all. It's like
bacon and chocolate don't go. I understand salty and sweet stuff like that. It's like why I like fried chicken and waffles.
Mm.
But chocolate and bacon do not go together. Bacon should not even be in ice cream because it is straight up freaking gross.
Did you see that they made, and I have not tried this yet, maybe somebody else out there. Did you see Skyline Chili made an ice cream?
Yes. And my buddy Ryan,
I've heard it's
told
good
me
though.
that I need to try it because he said it is so good.
I've heard it's really good too. Like it's not like Skyline Chili, like, but it's like cinnamon kind of flavor. But like I don't know what. Like it doesn't taste like Skyline Chili, which would be obviously terrible.
I mean, I've tried some. I think the name of the company is Jason. I'm glad you enjoyed that shit covered shingles joke. That's what it tasted like. It was disgusting. Van Leeuwen's, I think that's how you pronounce it. They made dill pickle ice cream. They made mac and cheese ice cream. They made kettle corn ice cream. We mentioned racks here before on the show, Carlos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Carlos,
and
their terrible mascot that sunk them.
BJ hates their mascot because he's mouthy.
Yeah, he's the mascot that makes you feel like an idiot for not eating at racks.
But I think it's called Van Leeuwen's. I did like a TikTok of me trying that ice cream. The dill pickle ice cream literally tasted like they just froze pickle juice and gave it to you. It was disgusting. I hate pickles, number one.
I like pickles, but even that sounds gross.
It tastes like you're drinking cold pickle juice.
Yeah.
The Kraft mac and cheese ice cream straight up tastes like cold vomit. No one can tell me it's good. It straight up tastes like cold vomit. And the buttered kettle corn actually was surprisingly really freaking good. Because I thought that was good. I thought that one was gonna be gross. Pickle ice cream was absolutely disgusting. Ranch ice cream on a dare? No thanks. I hate ranch. Ranch is gross.
Ranch is like, yeah, I grew out of ranch. Like I don't like it's okay, but like it's not like I feel like ranch is that's more like when you're a kid. You know what I mean? Like it's more like I know some people that are so crazy into ranch though, so I can't. I mean, some people like it. It's okay, but yeah,
like I'm not like
not as ice cream.
I'm not a big dipping sauce person, so like I hate ranch. Like the only dipping sauce I pretty much use is like marinara or barbecue. Pickle beer, no thanks. Pickle anything, barf city. I hate pickles. They're so gross. Once again, it's a texture thing. Ugh.
Yeah, I like pickles, but I hate.
I mean, that
Pickleback shots aren't bad. Have you ever done those?
No.
It's just you just do a shot of whiskey and then you drink a shot of pickle juice.
Yeah, no,
to make it easier.
Yeah,
it actually
no
it's
ranch
surprisingly is not. It's surprisingly is not bad.
No ranch for Scott. None. No ranch for Scott. He'll have issues. I don't know why this popped in my head today. One of my customers and friends, Adam, came into the shop, and we were talking about how there was a toy line. He did not know there was a Mighty Ducks toy line.
I didn't know that either.
I said, it's based on the cartoon. He goes, I didn't know there was a cartoon.
Oh, I think I do know that. Yeah, the cartoon was like, they were like ducks, though, in the cartoon, right? Yeah.
Top menu items in the 80s that don't exist anymore. Carlos, we'll come back to that. I'll write that down.
Yeah, that might be a topic for a future show. We might have to research that one.
Yeah. But I talked about how he didn't remember Mighty Ducks. And I'm like, it was a cartoon. Like, they made a cartoon and they were ducks. Because I don't remember that at all. Mm-hmm. Then I don't know why this popped in my head. I said, they made toys for American Gladiators. So I just wrote down blank versus American Gladiators versus blank. And I'll go into it. Because there's a lot. We got 20 people in here watching. So this hopefully jars some memory of some people. Do you remember Battle Dome?
Yeah, vaguely.
Like T-Money? That's the only guy I remember. It's T-Money.
Vaguely, yeah.
Adam says he can't be the only person that doesn't remember Mighty Ducks. Thanks for tuning in, Adam. So Battle Dome versus American Gladiators versus Scott knows Cuda versus Roller Jam. Your Roller Jam was on TNN. It was Roller Derby. Mm-hmm. The only thing, Scott, you probably still watch Battle Dome if you know all their names. Roller Jam. All I remember are the Sundogs and the guy Posse Shalene.
Yeah.
Because he had a badass name. That's the only thing. But like, they made American Gladiator figures. Why couldn't we get Battle Dome or Roller Jam? You have it on. Is it bootleg, Scott? Because I don't think that's a legit release. But yeah, they made American Gladiators toys, but they couldn't make Battle Dome or Roller Jam.
Well, his farm was big. American Gladiators was everywhere, though. Everybody remembers that. But these ones are sort of on the periphery.
They were like
knockoffs. They were after. Is that after the fact? I assume.
Yeah, it was. But Battle Dome was so ridiculous. They had storylines, but like, so basically, Battle Dome, it was like the contestants were just there. They had. Holy crap! I didn't know that.
Terry Crews was T-Money. Yeah. There you go.
So, and then like Roller Jam, they had dumb little things. They would like the one dude, like Posse Shalene's wife, is trying to hook up with so and so from the Enforcers, and you're just like, what? Nah, I don't care. I just want to watch people get beat up.
So it was American Gladiators mixed with wrestling storylines, basically.
Yeah, that's what it was on roller skates. It was amazing. But Battle Dome was like Thunderdome, full of actors and contestants that they give two shits about. American Gladiators had an insane licensing agreement, and the athletes got almost nothing from the merchandise. I am not shocked by that at all, because now they're all doing shows and they want a shit ton of money, and they bring zero money to the table. Mark Ryan from Maryland Toy Expo informed me of that, as he lost his ass with them.
Nobody wanted to see the American
Gladiators. No one wants to see the American Gladiators.
Yeah, it wasn't like one that, I mean, I think everybody remembers watching American Gladiators, but I don't think anybody was like that invested in. It was just like, oh, it's cool, this is on, whatever. But I don't think anybody was like that. Like, oh, I gotta go get Laser's autograph. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody gave a shit.
Scott said, and Jake said some are dead. And Scott said no one wants to meet them. I want to meet Blue Challenger and Red Challenger. That's who I want to meet. There's one thing I do want. Battle Dome was basically no rules with full contact. I don't remember anything about it other than T-Money. I don't know how I didn't include this greatest piece of our childhood ever. Guts.
Oh yeah, Guts.
I still want a piece of the aggro crag.
Yeah, we talked about the aggro crag. Or yeah,
I every now and again I'll search on eBay trying to find it, just to find the kid who won it, and he doesn't want it anymore, so he just puts it on eBay. But Guts was so good. Mike O'Malley, Mo at the leaderboard.
it wasn't Mike O'Malley on. What was the CBS sitcom he was on forever?
I don't
Was it Yes Dear?
Was
Might have
that
been Yes
it?
Dear? I think.
remember.
I think it was Yes Dear, and he was on. It was like he was the wacky neighbor.
But yeah, I'd love to get that piece of that Radical Rock. I don't know how I forgot to even mention Guts, but yeah, I forgot to mention Guts. So we're gonna do something very special. First off, I have to take. We're bringing back the. I had to order toys, by the way, for the movie segment. Rock and Jock softball was awesome, but what was better than Rock and Jock softball was Rock and Jock b-ball.
Yeah, I remember Rock and Rock B-ball a lot better because they had like the 25-point shot. Didn't they have a 50-point shot?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was way the hell up. I would love to have a Homeboys jersey.
Yeah.
Someone buy me one, please. That the Rock and Jock stuff could be its own episode. They were so good, and whenever they came on, I was so excited. I ended up getting more excited for the Rock and Jock stuff more than every year. I looked forward to the slam dunk contest because it was on like Saturday mornings for some reason. But then when I got older, Rock and Jock was way better because you got to see like everyone you loved play basketball or
right,
softball.
Yeah, I don't know why that was so good, but it was.
It was. I wanted that. Like I said, I wanted a Homeboys jersey so bad, but I got hand delivered a gift for you.
For me.
Yes, from Roy.
Who's Roy? Roy's the dude that does the custom.
Yes.
Oh my God. Good Lord. Dan
Cortez was awesome. The jerseys are $575. That's why someone needs to buy me one because I'm not spending that much money on myself.
This is going to be related to Lee Trevino. It sure is. Dude. There's Lee. Oh, nice. And then we get the I'm gonna have to hold these up. Oh man, we even got the T in the gun. That is awesome. Roy, thank you. This is great. So
you brought it to me at the Thunder Rosa signing.
Oh man, this is fantastic. Who knows gonna get all right. So yeah, we got Lee Trevino. So for Lee Trevino's fighting golf, this was what so he made it to where
please do, Jake, please do.
To where Lee has so Lee's got his gun. Set him up. But yeah, so Lee's got his gun right here. And then
there's Roy right there.
That's awesome. Thank you, Roy. This is killer. And yeah,
that's awesome. I love that thing.
The little golf ball guy running away. Dude, this is great. That looks just like him from the game, too. That's great. Awesome. Thank you, Roy. That's killer.
Stop or I'll shoot.
I have my wife started making just like random shirts, whatever, and I pulled out I'm gonna have a Lee Trevino's fighting golf one on here one day too. You can just do the logo for me. Like,
oh my God.
Right.
Oh, yeah, fantastic. Roy does an awesome job. Like this thing, like I'll hold it up, kind of. There we go. The ball is my favorite part of it. It's so awesome and ridiculous. But I just love Lee Trevino has a goddamn gun.
Lee Trevino is gonna blow you away. Dude, if I saw Lee Trevino, like he's like 80 something, he's still around. Like if I could, like, Lee, will you sign this? Like, what the hell am I signing?
But why do I have a gun?
I would love to have Lee Trevino sign this. That's gonna be my goal, to find Lee Trevino at one of these golf tournaments, and then I'm gonna have to go find him.
Oh my God. Video Power Game Show, Carlos. Is that the one where you ran around and put the games on your chest? Yeah, run through mazes. Maybe Lee Trevino's in Happy Gilmore too.
He should be. He better be. He was in one. I can't imagine he's not in two. He had like everybody back, and like John Daly's in it, and a bunch of other PGA golfers are actually in it. So yeah, he's got to be in. He's got to be in Happy Gilmore too.
So that was BJ's surprise.
No, that's awesome. What's Roy? Give your info in the comments here so we can plug it for people to get in touch with you if they want you to make some custom stuff.
Roy listens to the show all the time. So every Toy Hio, he goes, I listen to your show and write down ideas of what I think people would want. And Roy does such an awesome job. He's done like the Killer Clowns from Outer Space for Scott. He did a Beaster for me that's in my office at the shop from My Pet Monster. Obviously, he's did Lee Trevino with a shotgun.
Yeah.
But he does awesome stuff. And we can never rave about Roy enough. He's like the easiest going dude and does awesome work. And we just want people to order stuff from him because he's awesome. It even looks like he has a wallet in the back.
Yeah, this is going right on my shelf, right next to the box version, the box Lee Trevino's Fighting Golf I bought not long ago because of this podcast and talking about it.
We are back to a segment we haven't done in a while called Yeah, there was toys for that. So let me take you back to, let me sneak over here and see the year. Let me take you back to 1993. Oh, he got a lot of new weird stuff for June. 1993. Everyone's excited. We had movies like, we had movies from our childhood. We're like, oh, I wish they made a movie of this, made a movie of this, made a movie of this. Then you're sitting there on a Saturday morning and you see a trailer and you're like, oh, holy shit. I can't believe they're finally doing it. Super Mario Brothers, the movie.
Oh, it was rough.
I had to watch this recently. Worst part was I ordered it on Amazon and something happened to where I didn't even get my copy. It should have been a sign from destiny that I should not watch this pile of garbage. But then I went to the local exchange where for some reason they had multiple copies. So I watched it. Oh, also, this came from Your Toy Connection. Thanks, Ron. Give you a little plug. I watched this movie for the first time ever in my life.
I forgot they made the Goombas actual like people.
And Jesus Christ, this movie was terrible.
I remember as a kid being like, "What? This isn't Mario Brothers. What is this?"
It makes like no sense. Someone actually bought all the figures from me in Xenia this past weekend. Except I said, sorry, I don't have the Goomba. I need it for my podcast. The Goomba, this is the main. I kept the Goombas for this reason and this reason alone. It's the Goombas. Why are they wearing trench coats? Why are they dinosaurs?
Yeah, I don't know.
It makes no sense. Because Goombas are little mushroom people. Or not even people. They're just little mushrooms with angry faces.
Yeah, I don't understand why they made them into like people.
It makes no sense. Zero. And the fact that these figures are worth money is more mind-boggling to me.
Well, nobody kept them, so they all just got chucked away in the dumpster somewhere.
The Luigi figure is like $90.
What do the other figures look like?
I'll give them this. The figures actually look good. You can look at the one guy though. Iggy looks like The Rock from the Attitude Era when they first started.
Yeah, I mean the figures look like the stuff in the movie. They did a good job on the figures. It's a shame that the movie.
And Topper must really need the money.
So
he probably knew nothing. Yeah, there we go. You can see the back. He had to have known nothing about Super Mario Bros. The movie. Nothing. I tried to turn my brain off, Shelby. It was impossible. I just kept sitting there going, what am I watching? And here's something for you all to know that I did not know this even existed. Not only should you all be shocked that they actually put out figures for this movie, you should be more shocked so that they put out the car from the movie.
Boy. So
the car sells for $800.
What? Refresh my memory. What car do they drive in the movie?
They drive these convertible junker things in that alternate universe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've kind of blocked a lot of it from my memory, but I just remember as a kid being like, what is this? Like, I'm being super hyped. We've shown the ads here from the comic book because they hyped the hell out of it. Yeah, it was not.
Yeah, they lived in Dino Hatton.
Even like the whole imagery for the entire movie was just like even like the logo, like, you know what I mean? Like, just everything about it was not
everything
Nintendo or Mario Brothers or cartoony or it was just
it was bad. It was terrible. It makes no sense. It's horrible. Oh, the chamber cells for more of the same. Yeah, I forgot what the other thing was, but yeah, that car is about damn near impossible to find. Hoskins thought it'd be like Roger Rabbit. Why am I not shocked by that? Not even close to Roger Rabbit.
No, that's I mean, I get, I guess, going for that sort of feel, but then you should have had some sort of animated component to it or something cartoony about it. Like Roger Rabbit was still like a cartoon, you know what I mean? And still looked like a comic book kind of with a lot, but
Hey, Shelby, Batman and Robin is going to be a future segment on this. And I remember I actually just watched it in the hotel room at I think it was when I was doing the Froggy Flip show. It was on TV and I was watching it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, this still kind of holds up. Because that's the one with Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. BJ brought some comics.
Yeah, well, first I'm going to do...
Oh, you want to do
We're going to do another segment of things I thought was going to make me rich. And we've talked about this a couple times in the show, but this comic book line, which Rick had never heard of, Milk and Cheese.
He pulled it out and showed me my guy here.
Was like real big in the mid-90s. We were talking about this off air before we went. It felt like after Ren and Stimpy came on the air, like... And I'm sure there were wacky and weird comics before Ren and Stimpy, whatever, too. But it seemed like it kind of went into overdrive. And Milk and Cheese was one of those ones. And I just remember the early editions of this as a kid. They were asking like hundreds of dollars for like the early ones, whatever. And this is issue the 6th one, which they aptly titled number 666, because Milk and Cheese went around killing everybody and everything for some reason.
Like I said, never even heard of it. I thought it was like a joke pretty much. And then I found out, no, it's not a joke. It's an actual real thing.
So yeah, I thought Milk and Cheese was going to make me rich. And then Milk and Cheese cards in here too. Now I've got a binder here, and I think the binder is probably worth more than anything else that's in this, that's in the book. But I just realized, and if anybody out there knows, like I said, if any of this, I don't think any of this is worth anything, but I remember as a kid, so I grew up in Columbiana, and I remember we had a Corner Comics we had a comic store in downtown Columbiana, and I would ride my bike, which was like 3 miles from my house. I didn't live like whatever, but I would do at least once a week whenever I pocketed enough change for the $2 or whatever it was for another pack of these cards. But I bought so many packs of these with it was the 94 X-Men Fleer, that whole set. And I've just walked through this and I have a whole set in here, and I didn't realize I even had the whole set, but I collected a whole set just based off of all the money I spent on those cards.
1994 Fleer, you said?
94 Fleer, yeah. Fleer Ultra X-Men. But I have the whole set. But yeah, that was like the big thing, whatever, when I was 13 years old. 12, 13, riding into the middle of Columbiana.
Let's see. Full set.
Yeah, yeah. And I have a zillion extras, whatever this too, it doubles, whatever. But apparently I made the full set, stuck it in this thing, and this binder has been in a box in the closet for...
There's Chase Rare Inserts.
Jacob asks, does that set have Deadpool? Yes, it does have Deadpool.
How many cards do you have in there?
150 of them, I think.
Yep. Oh boy. You're rich. 45 whole dollars.
Well, Rick will give me 20 for it, and now
oh man.
Well, I could be $20 richer if I want to. But yeah.
How much do you think it cost you to build that set?
Oh,
you remember how much the packs were?
They were like $2 a pack, I think. Even for then, it was an expensive pack, I remember. But yeah, I'm gonna say a couple $100 probably.
Friggin', they put out new Marvel cards this year of the X-Men 97 ones.
Mm-hmm.
They're like $70-$80 a box.
I've other.
I'm like,
cards that are
why?
older
Who's
here, but
gonna buy these?
Like there's other random cards that are older here, like X-Force cards. There's a Gambit card from '92, whatever. So I mean, some of these individually might be worth off.
He also in there has something I never knew existed, which were these Spawn cards.
Yeah, I'll take one of these out and show it. I don't remember even where these came from. Maybe somebody else can.
If anyone knows where these Spawn cards came from, they're like metal, right?
Yeah, they're like these metal, like these things, whatever.
They look awesome.
Like it's a cool looking card, but I don't remember. Well, on the back, all right, it came from Wizard. So I don't know if these were just Wizard inserts or whatever they were, but I have no idea. Again, if these are, if I don't know even anything that was associated with Wizards worth anything today.
I don't know.
And they always had like tie-ins and stuff with it too, but I have no idea. And I wish I didn't throw away all my old Wizards because I did. I threw them all away when I was a kid.
Anyone else remember the Transformers cards that were smaller than normal cards, or am I too old?
I don't remember that. No,
my
brother might.
I
my brother
think Scott just tried to some of those on Ron's Whatnot. If those are the correct cards. I think that's what they were. But I don't completely remember because that was like a month ago.
And then as far as comic book ads go, so there's some in here that are going to be similar, but there's a specific ad I saw in here that I want you to run across.
Oh, okay.
A specific one in there that I didn't know that existed too. I can't remember if you brought it up either. And then going back to in the mid 90s, how everything had boobs and they tried to look at the cover of this Lobo comic, like where the whole thing is just Lobo. I don't even remember what the hell the thing was, but it's just him partying with babes. I think the whole issue.
So the UPC is his penis.
Yeah. Yeah. So
appropriate enough. Appropriate. What? Northern Exposure? Based on an ad for Wolverine and Sabretooth based off the TV series Northern Exposure?
That's weird. Is that just the title page of the comic?
Yeah.
All right. So we have an ad here for Candyman, Farewell to the Flesh. The Candyman returns on March 17th. Evil comes when you call his name. I don't know if anybody out there remembers this ad for this movie.
I do. I just read something about that. Did you know that when he had the bees in his mouth, they said they'd pay him something like $1,000 every time he got stung?
I think I heard about that. Yeah.
He walked away with like $20,000.
Yeah.
Like, screw that. I get stung in my mouth. I mean, I'll get stung once for 20 grand.
There's another one here, and I don't remember this movie at all. Do you remember from the director of A Single White Female and Reversal of Fortune, David Caruso, Samuel L. Jackson, and Nicolas Cage in Kiss of Death? Remember Kiss of Death?
No.
I don't remember this movie at all.
Oh, it has what's his face from CSI Miami that everyone hates.
Yeah.
Waterworld cards.
There it is.
Why? Why?
Do you have any of those?
No, I didn't even know they existed.
That's why I wanted you to see.
They're made by Fleer Ultra.
Was there anything Fleer didn't make?
Like, they don't even call them their names. Like Mariner, The Atoll, The Escape.
So it's just scenes from the movie with the Waterworld cards.
It's filled with heroes, villains, elaborate weaponry, heart-stopping battles, and adventure.
Somebody out there's got to have seen the Waterworld cards.
All the excitement of Waterworld is captured in a dazzling card set from Fleer. There's not excitement in Waterworld. I'm sorry to tell you this, but there's truly not.
Waterworld was just long. It was just long. We said this before. All we wanted to do was slap the kid the whole time. Well, here's one that has this statue ever walked into your shop? It was $150 in 1995, available in comic specialty stores. Statue of the Flash.
No. Is he running on water?
I think he is running over water. Or he's on a cliff or something. I don't know what he's doing.
I can't tell.
But yeah, the Flash.
Which this is crazy because this is a topic I have to talk about. Guarantee you'll be as good as Wayne Gretzky. The fact each pair was this is some bullshit marketing. Oh, look, they put the really small font. It said each pair was hand sewn by the great one himself, but atop the very small writing said, "We'd be out of business in a week if."
Oh boy.
But yeah, LA Gear, Wayne Gretzky shoes. The fact that they were marketing shoes for Wayne Gretzky, who did a sport where he did not require shoes.
All right. Way to go, LA Gear. This isn't an ad, but it's a centerfold of a Lobo. Why? Why are you sending this? This is the kids.
Danger contents will bite. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, most of the rest of the ones.
Oh, here we go. Disassembly required. Combo Man.
Oh yeah, we've seen Combo Man before.
For combos, the one snack that's somehow still around, and I will never understand why, because they're disgusting. Shelby needs that logo, that centerfold of Lobo for reasons. It is. It's Shawn Michaels Playgirl pose.
Shelby, you can have it. You can have it. Yeah, I'll give you the whole comic. Lobo's Big Babe Spring Break Special.
The world of trading cards changes this June. Forever. Batman Forever trading cards. Pizza combos are disgusting.
Yeah, I don't even know. I'm not sure what the stuff is in the middle of combos.
It's supposed to be cheese.
it's something.
It ain't cheese. What the hell? Here's a thing I never knew existed. Shock tarts.
I remember those. I do remember Shock Tarts briefly.
I remember sweet tarts because those are still out and about. Don't remember Shock tarts. Adam, how do you love combos? How? I don't understand how he went. It's stale pretzels with baked. They call it cheese. Real cheese. Clearasil.
Oh yeah, we had that one before. I think there's only one in it. I have a couple of random comics in here but most of them are the same ads that we've done before, other than an ad from Sears Funtronics. Buy all the video game stuff at Sears.
I don't remember Sears having a big video game display.
I don't remember ever going to. Did anybody have to go to Sears for video games? I don't remember going to Sears for video games ever either. It was not like I didn't even realize they had them.
2 decades ago, scientists sent a message to space. This is the reply. Be intrigued. Be seduced. Be warned. Species. People only watch this movie to see Natasha Henstridge naked. Because it is not a good movie. Adam keeps combos in his desk. It helps him get through the day. Usually peanut butter M&Ms get me through the day.
Oh boy, yeah.
Oof. I'm sure there's some really bad combo flavors out there. Because combos are just gross.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid, I wanted to like them so bad.
Yeah, they always seemed like a better idea.
There's nothing wrong with seeing Species just to see Natasha Henstridge naked. We all did it. That's why we all watched Sliver.
Mm-hmm.
She's Sharon Stone. They don't go back because they're already stale.
That is true.
It's funny because they brought up in that comic brought up LA Gear, which I wrote down coincidentally. LA Gear and British Knights.
I remember the jingle for British Knights.
They had jingle?
Yeah, there was like a song. Like there was a British Knights song.
I don't remember that at
It's like,
all.
wherever you go, whatever you do, British Knights, the right move for you. Don't you remember that?
No,
song?
I don't remember that at all.
British Knights had a song.
That's just ridiculous. I never knew that.
Mhm.
But British Knights and LA Gear. I think LA Gear was the one that had the ratchet shoes.
I don't know.
LA Gear will rock you.
I don't remember LA Gear ratchet shoes though.
See, I think it's LA Gear that had them.
I do remember British Knights being everywhere though, like for a while there, where they just advertised the hell out of those. I don't think I can't say I ever had a pair of British Knights or even LA Gear.
LA Gear had light up shoes. Maybe it wasn't LA Gear. Maybe it was British Knights.
Scott, you got a new segment. BJ sings jingles. I don't know about that, but yeah.
What the hell are these shoes? These things are atrocious. Look at those damn things.
Oof, yeah, those are rough.
I don't know if you can even. I can't even think I can zoom in on. They're like the spider webbing at stores when you're trying to buy like a Lego set. But British Knight, one of them had. That's what they were called, Ratch Tech. So, Ratch Tech. All right, you know, when you're like, did you ever have rollerblades when you were a kid?
No, because I didn't even roller skate because like every time I went roller skating, I hated it because all I did was fall the whole time.
I hated roller skating. I can't do it, but I could rollerblade.
And then I tried to rollerblade. I think I just fell again. Like, no.
So at the top of the rollerblades, they would have that plastic strap that you'd push through and it would like click, and then you'd have to lock it in. British Knights did that for their shoes, and they're called Ratch Tech. And let me tell you, like they looked like pieces of garbage. Like they were awful looking. All their shoes, honestly, all the British Knight shoes they look bad. They made you look like you were like sponsored by Burger King. They all say BK on them.
Yeah, they were. I remember always getting as a kid, like always having like Puma sneakers and Puma shoes, whatever. And then suddenly Puma became semi-popular, and we couldn't buy Puma anymore because we could afford Puma because like the price like tripled. It was always like the cheap shoe. Like Puma was a much cheaper shoe than Nike or Reebok at the time. And then suddenly it was like somebody decided that Pumas were cool, and it was like, why are Pumas? My mom's like, it's $100 for a pair of Pumas. You're not getting Pumas.
That's like
anymore.
back in the day when if you were champion, you were considered a poor.
Yeah.
And now champion is like popular clothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting for Voight to make its way back into our lives.
Voight.
So I can have his terrible freaking Voight pumps that do nothing.
Yeah, I wish my brother.
I had when I was a kid.
I wish my brother saw that. The pair of sweatpants my grandma bought him that said T-Ov on them. It was backwards. They were backwards. It was great.
She probably bought them at Gabriel Brothers.
She did. 100%. She did.
Because Gabriel Brothers back in the day, Gabriel Brothers that's where they would send all the stuff they screwed up.
Yeah.
So like you'd get like a starter jacket that didn't have the star part of it. Or you'd be like, oh sweet, a Tommy Hilfiger shirt. And you're like, why does it only have one sleeve?
Like I remember getting like my grandma buying us jeans and stuff from there that like didn't have a crotch, or the crotch was like they had two crotches. They had one on each side. It's like there's two crotches. You don't wear this pants. The zipper on both sides.
You're up for now if you have starter if you have starter now, old starter stuff is like crazy money. So you're gonna have to go track down that Charlotte Hornets starter jacket so people can know you have money. Value City had nice cheap clothes. I never shopped at Value City.
I do remember shopping at Value City as a kid. Yeah, Scott. There were. I
had to shop at Hills and Ames for my clothes. Sometimes Kmart. Chalkline's still around, and let me tell you, Chalkline is not cheap. Chalkline still pumps out so much stuff. Wait for someone to bring back Zubaz. That's what we really need.
Some of that stuff. My buddy has a just deals and selling old clothes, whatever from the 90s, whatever. Like, yeah, he gets like some of that stuff goes for big money too. Like every once in a while he'll find stuff that's like new with tags, like starter jackets and stuff or whatever,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they go for like crazy money.
It's nuts. I sold a Nine Inch Nails shirt. I think it was last year. $500.
Man, I gotta sell. I have hundreds of concert T-shirts that I have to go through and sell at some point because I have so many of them.
Zubaz is on Amazon. And Jake said, I worked at a T-shirt shop on the beach in 95. And we had a ton of Tommy Hilfiger, Polo, etc. labels. We'd hot press onto Gillian shirts. Hey, that was the style. I used to, when I was trying to be a preppy kid before I got into my like punk stage in like high school, I used to buy bootleg Tommy Hilfiger shirts from Rogers Flea Market. And they were like legit 1000%. You could tell they were bootleg from a mile away. But now those bootleg Hilfiger shirts are worth so much money.
Didn't they bootleg? Remember when Airwalk shoes were like real big? Didn't they bootlegged Airwalks too? Or they had like really
Payless
they had like super knockoff. Well, yeah, Payless had like the total knockoff ones. Where
You're
like,
wearing Airwalks, I'm wearing Boardwalks.
These are Payless. Like, oh yeah, the Payless shoes. Yeah, I remember a couple times having shoes from Payless. Those were the most uncomfortable shoes ever. Like, they just crumbled apart. They were like plastic. I don't know what the hell they're made out of.
Gene, everyone at some point in their lives owned some sort of Charlotte Hornets memorabilia because they had the best colors in the NBA. That shop was like 15 years later. 15 years later, after no one wanted to wear Tommy Hilfiger polo anymore. One of the worst clothing options I had as a kid growing up. Do you have in your mind like a piece of clothing that your parents would always make you wear and you absolutely hated it?
Yeah, I remember as a kid, like as a young, like little kid, anything what was like corduroy pants, anything corduroy was like the worst. Because
guess what I have written right here? Corduroy pants.
You just sweat right through it, like the worst.
I have the worst corduroy pants story to where the chat's probably everyone's gonna have to sign off because they're just gonna go bury themselves after hearing this. Growing up, I hated corduroy pants. Any kid who would wear them, like, hated them. I don't think they make them anymore. No, they better not, because you're just gonna be ruining lives for the rest of lives. So, my mom would not buy me jeans ever. It was always corduroy pants. Now, I will never forget this. One day, I went to Warren Christian because I got held back in Southington because they didn't like the way I walked down the stairs. So, I got pulled out of Southington, and my parents put me in Warren Christian. Mind you, I am not religious at all. I think religion is the biggest load of horse shit ever just to get money from people. But they put me in Warren Christian. I could close my eyes and still envision it to this day. That's how much it has traumatized me. I'm in the front row of my classroom, wearing brown corduroy pants and a long sleeve shirt. We were learning about, I don't even know what we were learning about. It had to have been like reptiles or something, because I looked down at my book. I'm looking down at my book, and the teacher says, turn to the next page. I turned to the next page. There was a picture of a goddamn rattlesnake. It scared me so bad I peed myself.
In corduroy pants.
In corduroy pants.
That'd have been heavy.
I had to tell my teacher, my mom had to come pick me up. Instead of bringing me an extra pair of pants, she made me ride home in the back of her Astro van with pee-soaked corduroy pants that are now cold from the pee. And then she made me go into the 717 credit union with her as I wore these pee-soaked pants that are now falling off because they're so fucking heavy because they're loaded with pee.
Yeah, corduroy pants.
And from that day on, I refused to wear corduroy pants ever again.
Corduroy pants are always the worst too, because like if like you go through school, whatever, right? You want to go run around, or you want to go, I want to go play kickball or baseball, or whatever. Like, to do it in corduroy pants was the worst. It was the worst because it was like they were the heaviest. It was the heaviest damn material ever. Oh,
it was awful. Like they don't fit right. Yep, fat thighs and corduroys, great combo for me. Jake is dead. I told you guys were gonna die in that story. Like corduroy pants were awful. I hated them. And like somehow, like the area that they got peed in were now dark brown or darker brown because they were already brown to begin with. Did you pee in your corduroy pants in college, Scott? You probably still have them saved somewhere in your house. But I did. My mom traumatized me. It would make me go places in my pea-soaked corduroy pants.
Oh, yeah. That was that. Yeah.
I love how you said the worst thing you can imagine was, I hope it's not making a comeback because it needs to go away forever.
No, it better not.
Like, hate, like, it's funny that you said corduroy pants and I had them written right here.
Oh, yeah. I don't, like, there wasn't a lot of, I didn't, I mean, as a kid, I really didn't care what I wore other than, but if it was something that, like, the only thing I can remember just being irritated the hell out of was yeah, like corduroy pants. Like, no, these are awful. Like, it's like that was like worse than like a scratchy sweater. Or like, you know what I mean? It was yeah.
Shelby was forced to wear velour pants.
Oof.
What the hell's velour?
Velour is like it's as heavy. It's as heavy as corduroy, but it's like, yeah, it's different. Yeah. I know what you're talking about, Shelby. Yeah, that wouldn't have been.
I don't know why this just popped in my head. A big thing. I don't know how it was in Columbiana, but I want to say it was about 5th grade for me. Silk shirts were a huge thing. And you had to make sure you didn't wear your silk shirt on gym day.
Oh, yeah.
Or during a test, because you had big ass pit stains, big sweat angel on your back. Like,
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not
sure. God, silk shirts went away.
Why that became a thing?
Velvet, the worst.
It is velvet, the worst. She's right. But yeah, silk shirts were like the big thing. Just for like a minute, I think I had one, and then I was like, I didn't like it because I remember like it cost a lot. They weren't cheap either, and I remember wearing it, whatever. And I think I can't remember like my mom being like, "Oh, it's expensive. Don't screw up your silk shirt." And I'm like, I don't even want to wear it then. I don't care.
It's just I don't get like it. I just remember back then, in that era of school, it was bowl cuts, silk shirts, and Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
You had to have, and those Looney Tunes shirts where they wore their clothes backwards.
Looney Tunes. Yeah, I do remember everybody suddenly wearing Looney Tunes stuff. It's like, wait a minute. I don't think I had any Looney Tunes stuff.
I wanted that shirt so bad. I had a denim button-up shirt with a leather tie. Oh, leather tie. A leather tie? Were your parents trying to make you hang yourself that early on in your life that they gave you something that could support the weight? A leather tie. Yes, puffy paint designs were a huge thing back then. As was Lisa Frank. 5th grade, you had spiked hair and a rat tail. I had a bowl cut, and it wasn't good at all.
I think everybody had a bowl cut at one point.
Mine was bad. Mine was like my mom wouldn't buy me anything for my hair, so I would literally wash my hair once a week just to build the grease up in it. Because if I didn't, I looked like a giant penis. Because my hair poofs out, and I'd part it down the middle, so I'd look like a goddamn dickhead.
That's what everybody looked like back in 5th grade for at least a little bit. See, everybody had that stupid haircut.
Bowl cuts should never come back ever.
No,
they're the worst.
No, I had a rat. I didn't have a rat tail. I do remember having a mullet though for a little while. Because remember my mom made me cut it because I would sit there and curl my freaking hair with my finger like I was like 7 years old, and I did it, but I had a big curly mullet on the back of my head. And my mom made me cut it. She's like, "Quit playing with your hair," and she came over and cut it. And so I lost my mullet. It was short lived.
Scott said flat top and an Emmett Smith jersey right here. I had an Emmett Smith jersey, but I never did a flat top. This comment is so ridiculous, I believe it. The stuff that man has found in his house since he's been cleaning it.
Right.
Jake, I'm not shocked that you had a glorious mullet. I shouldn't say luckily. I had a mullet once in my life, and it was like my Easter program. I wear this fucking wool ass suit, and for some reason, my parents I had like a mullet. There's only one picture of me of it, like I've ever seen with me with this mullet, and I wear this fucking sheep head thing where my face stuck out. And they painted my nose black, and I wore this off-white wool suit. I can just remember sweating in that thing, and wearing that stupid sheep head.
Yeah, anything that was wool sweaters, wool coats, wool anything was like awful. Just immediately, like I sweat. Like, why do you stink so bad? Because I got 8 pounds of clothes on me. That's why.
And just a jacket. You cut off your rat tail and put it in a time capsule. You better be there the day they open it up and staple it back onto your scalp. Does anyone have any questions for us? Comments? Any of that?
Yeah, fire away before we get. We're gonna try to do this at least once a month. We're gonna try. We're gonna do it live. A month.
We had a lot of viewers, which was shocked me.
Yeah, I figured we'd have. Yeah, but it's cool to do it live when people can interact and stuff. Too,
yeah,
I know we get a lot of comments and stuff. We appreciate you guys watching and commenting. And
commenting
too.
And messaging us and yelling at us about how we could forget Colonel Sanders and other random crap that. Next time we get Scott on it. I enjoyed this. Nice. Once a month would be a great idea. Yeah, that's what we're aiming for. We want to do them so we can make fun of them more. We want to do it to where like everyone can tune in, chat with us. Because like I said, we always get people messaging or commenting on the YouTube page, stuff like that. So we just basically just have a conversation. And just have I write down stupid topics, and BJ brings in stuff that he thought was gonna make him rich.
I got $20,
or his comic book ads. But someone mentioned earlier 80s menu items, which I can't remember any off the top of my head that I wish would come back. Do you guys have any? The Snapple lady.
Yeah, we did forget the Snapple lady. That was a huge one. I can't believe we didn't think that one because she was on everything. You could not turn on the TV without seeing the Snapple lady. They put so much. Yeah,
that's BJ's new title here, Milk and Cheese Millionaire.
Yeah.
We already heard you guys loved combos, which is very sad.
Yeah, I wish there was a good combo. There isn't. Like, I mean, they only make the couple. I don't know. I'm sure there's been wacky, weird combos over the years, but like the ones that are out there, you think, oh, it's a good idea. Then you're like, oh, this is terrible.
What's something? All right, for everyone who's listened before, write in the chat something that you really enjoyed from the show that we could talk about real fast. The hell was the Arch Deluxe?
I remember the name, but I don't remember.
I remember the name too, but I don't remember what it was. My guess is it probably just had like whole slices of tomato and like a piece of freaking lettuce on it.
Nice. And thank you again, Roy, for
Lee Trevino go blow someone's head off.
Lee Trevino with the shotgun. That's great.
It had sauce on it. That was the only difference, was it had some special sauce.
Most fast food places would do that. It would just be the same burger with barbecue sauce, like Burger King, where it's like a rodeo cheeseburger, or what, you know what I mean? Like, okay, you stuck an onion ring and barbecue sauce on your burger, you know, like.
Every time Scott listens,
every
time Scott listens to the podcast, Scott O'Brien, he wants to debate me on what is the best Wesley Snipes movie, because I always say it's Demolition Man.
Oh, well, I'm going with Major League all day on that one. Not that that's not really a Wesley Snipes movie per se, but that's my favorite role he ever did. It was Willie Mays Hayes.
I still don't remember Bonkers.
Bad News Brown. Bad News Brown. Remember the feud with him and Roddy Piper? And Roddy Piper wore the half black face or whatever, and they let that go. Like, and Roddy Piper's was talking like he was black too. It was like, yeah, I think they've scrubbed that from the WWE.
They did. I guess there is a It was a Jack's employee exclusive figure they made of Piper like that.
Oh,
there was only like 10 in existence or something crazy like that. Jake has a custom Piper Funko Pop from that.
Nice, yeah.
And Scott said, good call on Major League, but he says it's Blade.
Yeah, I mean, Blade's all right, but yeah, I guess if you're going with a specific Wesley Snipes movie, like if he's like the main dude, then yeah, it would.
When I
Blade comes to mind. I mean, not that I was like that into the Wesley
Yeah.
Snipes movies, whatever, but that one I at least remember.
I knew someone was going to say Tu Wong Fu.
Tu Wong Fu's a good one, yeah. Yeah,
But
I agree with that.
I can tell you, teaser, I watched Demolition Man. Let me tell you, it's good, but not as good as I remember. Passenger 57 never watched. But I would also love to know how many drugs was Wesley Snipes on during Demolition Man? Because you could tell he was definitely on something.
Seems, yeah.
Got really heavy on Demolition, or really heavy on Wesley Snipes.
I didn't realize there were that many Wesley Snipes fans out there.
Who would have thought that we had all 13 Wesley Snipes fans in this room? I don't remember any other Wesley Snipes movies other than him, like Blade, Major League, Passenger 57, Demolition Man, Tu Wong Fu.
Yeah, I don't remember a whole lot of Wesley Snipes movies either. Other than the ones, like I said, the people have listed
Like
here.
Deadpool versus Wolverine. Never watched Art of War.
Mm-mm.
Never even heard of Drop Zone.
No.
Blade Trinity. Oh my God.
Yeah.
What the heck's Drop Zone? U.S. Marshals. What the... Now you guys just pick up New Jack City. Thank you.
Yeah.
Something I know.
Oh, White Man Can't Jump.
Can't jump. How the hell did we forget about that?
Yeah, I can't believe we forgot about that one. We're talking about all the sneakers and everything else too. Yeah. Yeah. White Man
See,
Can't
that's
Jump.
what helps out because we can't remember crap.
I know we can't remember. Yeah.
So we have everyone up. Oh, it's good. If you say it's good, it's probably not very good.
Drop Zone. We'll have to try that. We'll have to look that up.
Mo Better Blues. Where are you pulling these from?
I think I had some. He's got the IMDb page up now. Yeah.
I don't know why you said Mo Better Blues, which maybe you think of Damon Wayans movies and Mo Money.
Yeah, White Man Can't Jump was a good one.
It was. I used to watch it all the time because that was like that movie. White Man Can't Jump had like the definitive, like look that you wanted to have when you're playing basketball. You're like, why can't I look that cool when I'm playing basketball? Like flipped up cap and shit like that. You're going to play basketball. You're wearing like goddamn cut off jean shorts and other shit, and you're just like, I look like a jackass.
Mhm.
Why can't I look like Woody Harrelson or Wesley Snipes?
Poor Woody gambled all his money away.
He did.
Didn't he lose all his money in that?
I haven't watched it forever.
Yeah,
Murder at
they
1600.
won the yeah, Rosie Perez's voice was rough.
Her face is rough.
Yeah, I don't
Everything about her is rough.
I'm not sure why Rosie Perez was considered a sex symbol back then, but she
I
was
don't
for a
know
minute.
either.
And then she just showed up at the Tyson fight. Like, why is Rosie Perez here? Like, Rosie Perez, fan of boxing. Like, why is she here? Why is she one of the commentators on?
She looks
Tyson
like
versus-
she looks like a bag of wet sand.
Oh yeah,
She does. But I don't understand why she was there either. Like, and I never watched Murder at 1600. Pretty much Wesley Snipes was just the 90s version, I guess, of Jason Statham. He just played the same role almost, but then you'd sprinkle him into something that he'd be really good in.
Yeah, we'll do it. I'm sure we'll get into deep dives on certain movies and stuff here eventually on this podcast because we're gonna run out of food to talk about here pretty quick.
I don't know about that.
So we'll go into we'll go into.
Oh, speaking of food, we'll end on this note. I just watched a commercial yesterday for Giggles.
I don't remember Giggles.
Their cookies had faces. And Jesus Christ, were they terrifying. Like this kid's sitting in the backseat of the car with his sister. His sister's looking at the cookie like, That's what she just kept doing. And her brother's like looking at the camera and goes, my sister's laughing because she just got giggles. It's the cookies with faces on them. And underneath the cookie, you get 2 kinds of cream. I'm like, this is terrifying.
Yeah, I don't remember giggles at all.
But yeah, they had creepy faces. Creepy faces.
Mhm.
And I don't remember. I remember seeing them in the store, but we never got them because I don't know why. Probably because I won't eat stuff that has like Oreos that has the white cream. I won't eat it because I ate Oreo brownies so much as a kid. The one time I ate like almost a full pan of them, and I ended up projectile vomiting. So I never ate an Oreo again.
Right.
I wish Dr. Giggles had his own cookies. Dr. Giggles is the unsung hero of 90s horror movies. That movie's a gem. Good old Larry Drake, who's also in a super creepy episode of Tales from the Crypt where he plays Santa Claus that looks like a burn victim. Yes, we could go down a rabbit hole of secret menu items. We'll have to do that, see if we can find any old ones. Dr. Giggles is a great movie, but all right. Well, we would like to thank everyone for tuning in and checking us out. We greatly appreciate it. We will be back here next week, not live, but with a pre-recorded podcast for you all. Maybe starring Lee Trevino, maybe not. We don't know yet. We're waiting on his call. We're waiting desperately on his calls. His callback. Slow clap. Thank you. Golf clap. Thanks you everyone for tuning in, checking us out on our first ever live show. I think it went quite well. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing your guys' comments and making me laugh.
Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Like I said, we'll do this about once a month. We'll figure it out. We'll give you at least a week or so in advance when we're gonna do it too. So
thank you all for tuning in, checking us out. We will be back here next week.
See ya.
Peace.